Welcome back to HQ presented by Geico. Going into the 2024 college football season, you always wonder which coaches are under the most pressure. 134 different FBS programs are Dennis Dodd putting a list together. A rating of 5 means win or be fired. Now, only one coach will fall into that category. You know which one I like, Chris Hassel?
What's that?
A 0. That means you are untouchable. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, that would be probably like Kirby Smart, right?
I would say that's probably Kirby Smart. The majority of these coaches falling into the all good for now, a rating of 2. But really, programs want you to win, and they want you to win now. No questions asked. High expectations are on everyone, but who is really on the hot seat? Dennis Dodd back with us now, the Dodd father with the fate of head coaches on the hot seat. And we're going to start with one of my absolute favorites, Sam Pittman at Arkansas. Everybody that knows him just loves him. He had 2 straight winning seasons, but went 4-8 last year. What does Pittman need to do to be safe with the Razorbacks?
Jenny, you and I both, salt of the earth guy, Sam Pittman. If you just want to sit around and have a beer with the guy and talk football, he's your guy, one of the most beloved among the media. But this is the SEC. It is hyper competitive. He did go 4-8 last year. The polls appeared. His quarterback, KJ Jefferson, transferred to UCF here in the Big 12. That was their worst record since 2013 in the fallout from Bobby Petrino. He has to win. He has to go to a bowl at the very least to retain his job. But the subtext of the season is amazing. He hired, or someone at Arkansas hired Bobby Petrino to be the offensive coordinator. He now returns, 12, 13 years after the fact, after that monster scandal back in 2011.
Without my good feet, I would not be able to do this. And remember,
where he ended up lying to then AD Jeff Long about the affair and the motorcycle and everything else. He was back as offensive coordinator. I make this point because you can see down the line, if Sam Pittman is fired, at least the interim coach is going to be Bobby Petrino, completing a circle that no one would have seen just a few years ago. Bobby Petrino can still coach. He led Missouri State, which is now in FBS, to some success. So he's sitting right there. It's really ironic.
Well, Street, man, what you got going? Talk to me, man. You muted out.
Am I muted?
Yeah, you good now. Talk to us, man. The seat's getting hot.
Yeah.
It's only been week 1.
Help me out now, coach.
Hey, it's only week 1, Street. It's only week 1. And we already talked about hot seats, boy. So listen.
Out of here.
Shout out to everybody, man. This is Hayes Street. I'm Coach Hayes. That's my man D Streeter, man. We took the private jet back to New York City, man. We got Statue of Liberty walking around there. We got break dancing. We got concerts. We got all kind of stuff shaking and baking out here, man. But I see a lot of people in here bringing up some other names. So it was interesting, the names that I saw on that list. The one that he had at 5 was the most severe, which is Sam Pittman. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I say all that to say, do you think Sam Pittman makes it, bro? Do you think he makes it to week 6?
Looking like it ain't looking good, huh?
It ain't looking too hot, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. It ain't
week 6, dog.
You think he gets to week 6?
I think he get to week 6, dog.
Okay, well, we'll definitely find out because it's gonna be tough for him. He got to win. KJ Jefferson left, went to UCF. His UCF debut didn't look too great from a passing perspective. So maybe that was a good thing for Sam Pittman. I don't know. But like I said, you had some other guys on that list, and we're just talking about maybe the Power 5 levels on the you had Dave Aranda from Baylor was on that list as well. I don't know why I closed the doggone window. I closed out my thing to see the list again. But anyway, Dave Aranda from Baylor's on there, not looking too good. And that's Big 12 play. I believe personally, if he if Dave Aranda loses to Colorado, he's out of there. That's just my and they played him, I think, 3rd game of the season. I don't think he's fired during the season, but I think he's definitely fired by the end of the year because I don't think it'll go uphill from there. And they've had some struggles, man.
They ain't mess around and go games, Bill.
Huh?
I said they ain't messing around in Gainesville, boy. They done started the old GoFundMe for Billy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get to Gainesville, but I want to talk about I just want to on that level. We're gonna definitely get to Gainesville. But David Ronda started off 2-7, 12-2, 6-7, 3-9. So he's trending the wrong way. And like I said, I don't know if he makes it after this year, depending on what the record looks like and what goes on with them, because they got, like I said, they had Big 12 play. And so even in the Big 12 play, think about it. They got Utah coming up this weekend. I think that's a loss. They should be Air Force. Then they got Colorado, BYU. That's probably the toilet bowl. They lose to Iowa State, lose to Texas Tech. I'm sorry, lose to Texas Tech, lose to Oklahoma State, maybe lose to TCU, we'll lose to West Virginia, Houston maybe, and then lose to Kansas. So they're going to be under a 500 team. I don't think he makes it out. That's just my personal opinion. I think he is done data. That boy flame broiled up in there. Who was the other person they had on the list? I'm trying to get the list that I had just up on that list. I don't know why I closed the doggone thing. I got it right here. Here we go. I got it. I think I got it.
Did he have Dave around?
David Ronda was on there. Oh, here we go. Yeah, David Ronda was on the hot seat. Who else was on there? We're gonna get the flame bro Billy here in a second. And I thought I was cool, Mike Norvell. Oh, Billy's definitely on that list. But Clark Lee from Vanderbilt may have saved his job with a big win over Virginia Tech this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
And Vanderbilt is an SEC school. It's hard to win there, bro. It's hard to win. Hard to win there.
Good point, because a lot of people was really high on Virginia Tech.
Yeah, the quarterback Kyon Drones, I believe his name is. He's he's definitely was supposed to be a big lad. I think he went out in the game with an injury. And so, but I don't think that stopped. I think when I looked at the score early in the game, it was 14-0.
Yeah, so they jumped out on the board. Yeah.
And what they said, them boys jumped off the porch, boy. So yeah, definitely it was big and ready to happen, man.
Jumped out on the board.
Yeah. So Clark Lee may be able to make it. Next, Kalani Sitake at BYU. I just told you BYU has been in bad shape.
Kalani Sitake.
Yeah. So, shout out to the Polynesian population, but I don't think your coach makes it. Kalani Sitake's been let me see, quite a few since 16. He was 9-4, 4-9, 7-6, 7-6, went 11-1, 10-3, 8-5, 5-7, and now he's 1-0. And again, I think he's going into a tough Big 12 conference. I think they're in the Big 12. I don't even know what BYU is in. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, they Big 12.
What dictates a coach being fired in the middle of the season? Like what has to happen to where they're like, oh man, just stop this right here? Like, what do you think?
Straight and utter catastrophe, bro. They got, bro. It's got to be. I'm telling you, like when you start losing games, like for example, right? So let me see. That first game they played Southern Illinois. They beat them 41-13. That's fair. But they're gonna go up against SMU this weekend. SMU got high power with Rhett Lashley. Then they play Wyoming. Like you lose that game. Then they play Kansas State. They're probably gonna lose that game. I'm saying Wyoming, they should win that game. But you ask me what hurts. I think losing to like a Wyoming. Then they go to Baylor, like I said, the toilet bowl. If they lose to a bad Baylor team, then they go against high-power Arizona State with Fajita and T-Mac. Oklahoma State after that. Then UCF, Utah, Kansas, Arizona State, Houston. Bro, it could get ugly from here, man. So if they lose that stretch between Baylor, Arizona, Oklahoma State, UCF, Utah, they might just cut their ties. And then Kansas, they may just fire them out the last 2 games and say, hey,
get out of hand, huh?
It get out of hand. It's like you had a point of no return. You lost the locker room and so forth. So that's how I'm looking at it.
All right, hey, hold it down. Hold it down for a second. I'm finna switch devices, all right?
Yep. So speaking of that, and when he get back, we're gonna get back to Flame Broil Billy here in a second. Because Flame Broil Billy, he was on that list too. And so anyway, while Street is doing that, those guys are on the hot seat. Do me a favor, as we here on Hayes Street, 380 people in the building. We are simulcasting on Facebook, YouTube, and X, aka Twitter. So make sure you go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button, man. We in New York City. I think Street a little drowsy. You know, he can't fly on the planes. He be tripping. I got to give him some pills and make him pass out. I think when he would get some water or something. But anyway, back to what Street was asking me. You know, what causes a coach to get fired in the middle of the season? When the rumblings get bad, the locker room is lost, the energy is low, when those boosters and those admin are watching the game and there's no fire, it's all bad. And that's what gets a coach on the hot seat and get him up out of there quick, because now they're trying to salvage what they have. And so they'll get that. But I want to talk about Sam Pittman for a second. I think Street can still hear me. But Sam Pittman, known him for a while through recruiting. He was an O-line coach at Georgia for a long time, got the head coach job at Arkansas, excuse me. Again, like the guy Dodd said, they changed offensive coordinators. Uh-oh, what we got going back here? Somebody get that off the screen. They changed the offensive coordinators, right? Guess what? Guess who they bring in? They bring in Bobby Petrino. Now, if y'all remember who Bobby Petrino was, he was the head coach. Remember, he had the motorcycle accident, fell off. He said he couldn't navigate the curve, ended up being his little side piece on the back of the motorcycle. He was running from the volleyball coach or something like that. And all kind of craziness was going on. And this dude gets a job 12 years later as the OC back at where he was the head coach. Street, what in the world? How does that happen, bro?
What can be doing? Hear no evil, see no evil, bro. Hear no evil, see no evil, dog.
I don't know, bro. What? Explain to me. Is Sam Pittman? I don't want to say my dog that desperate, but is he that desperate to bring that type of distraction back to the university? Because everybody remembers the scandal.
Right. What could he? I mean, you tell me. Right. What could he? What could he been thinking about? Like, and now he's sitting there in the wings. Right. You know what I'm saying? He can eventually take it over.
So here's what's funny. You say that, Street. They used to have a thing called coaches in waiting. You remember that? They did that with Jimbo Fisher with Bobby Bowden at Florida State. They did that with Chucky. Oh my God, what's his name? Muschamp with Mac Brown at Texas, and maybe some other coaches, but those are two that just pop off. Is this a move? Is this the kind of move that they're doing now? Because you heard Dodd saying that either Sam Pittman or somebody decided to hire Bobby Petrino.
Right.
Remember, he was just at Texas A&M as the OC under Jimbo. Is this like and you already said, if he gets fired in the middle of the season, he'll be able to be the interim coach and then kind of just take over. Is this some backhanded stuff? Can you see it being like that? Like this some backhanded admin stuff?
It is. But you said it. The person that's hiring the coach sometimes isn't qualified, right? Or they're not a part of it. The person that's hiring the coach could be in favor of somebody else being the coach. Yeah. And it puts pressure on you. You bring this guy in the room, it puts pressure on you. But yeah, he's like basically OJT. learning
on the job training. Yeah.
On job training, right? You don't got to tell him where the bathroom's at. You don't got to tell him where. You know what I'm saying? He just gonna step right in.
I mean, I just look at it and say to myself, like, hold up, bro. And how do you feel as a coach, especially if you didn't make that hire, or when they propose this to you? Hey, man, listen, Coach Pittman. I'm the AD, right? I'm going in. You Coach Pittman. And hey, Coach, I see you made some changes at the OC. We got a guy kind of in mind. Want you to take a good look at him, if you don't mind. I strongly suggest you take a good look at him. That's the word. I strongly suggest you take a good look at him.
I strongly suggest.
And that's when you start to get voluntold, right? You ain't volunteering, you getting voluntold what to do. So I'm like, all right, so who you talking about? What's on your mind? Yeah, remember that guy? Remember Bobby Petrino? And what if Sam Pittman's like, well, nah, bro, no. Again, I strongly suggest you look at this guy. Now you feel like you already doomed.
That's some pressure.
Not only that is pressure, guess what else it is, Street? It's another dude that's in your camp that you didn't bring that could be your potential replacement. So you know you already been sabotaged.
Can't trust him. How you deal with that?
Like you do any other job, the person you work next to, you don't trust them. You go in there, do what you got to do, collect your check, and you know you already you're on the phone with your agent looking for an O-line job somewhere.
And just be professional.
That's it. That's all you could do. That's all you could do. But oh man, there's so much backstabbing when it comes to coaching. But yeah, I thought that was big. But let's flip it. Sam Pittman goes to the admin and say, hey, we were suffering a little bit last year. I got a guy that I want to bring in. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I got a guy I want to bring in. Name may not be the nicest of names around here in Arkansas, but Bobby Petrino? What? Mother, what?
God. How that guy signed off on, man? He must be, yeah, dog. It's our relationship, dog. He must be in with somebody, bro. How did that get signed off on?
And the AD says what? If this don't work, you fired. No problem, coach. Fired already anyway. Might as well go out with a bang. So yeah. So it's just interesting to see that, man. It's just interesting to see that right there. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. But we dropped off Stank. Boy, what happened?
I cut off Twitter. X finna do the space. He's gonna be live on the space on Twitter. So I don't think you can do both of them. So I cut off Twitter and jumped on Facebook. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He said we dropped off Stank. We dropped off Stank.
Stank, boy.
Stank, what?
So here's what I'll say. Here's next. Let's go to G5 Billy, man. Flame broiled Billy.
G5 Billy.
Talk to me about G5 Billy, man.
Boy done started old. Them boy done started old GoFundMe for G5 Billy.
Did they?
The boy done started GoFundMe for G5 Billy. Them boy trying to raise $25 million on no GoFundMe platform.
Dog. What? Hold on, Street. Hold on. These people finna pay their hard-earned money to get this man fired.
Dog, I would love to make before and after videos of when coaches get hired in the fan base and how they acting, and when they on their way out, dog. It's such, dog. Oh my God, dog. It's such malarkey, like, dog. I would love for them to see they
start doing that, Street. We should start doing that, Street. Listen, no, seriously. When they hire the next coach, archive it, show all of the places. Oh, this is the best coach ever. And then guess what? Pull the receipts on the dude. Hey, yeah. I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it.
Right.
I'm
No,
all for it.
I would love though. I would love for us to just put the two together and let them see how asinine they are, bro. Kind of reminds me of when what was the foreign dude that got drafted by the New York Knicks and they booed him? Yeah, what was his name? The tall guy. I forget where he at now. And they booed him. And then you know what I'm saying? He ended up being a player. Somebody gonna say it in the comment section.
Who was this again? Say it again.
The tall guy, the foreign kid that got drafted by the New York Knicks maybe 6-7 years ago, and they
You
booed
talking
him.
basketball? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
talking
don't know.
about basketball. Yeah, and they booed him. And he turned out to be pretty damn good. I think he played for the Mavericks now. I think Porzingis. Yeah, Porzingis. It's the same thing, bro. They you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they were delighted to get Billy Napier. I'm sure they was.
Can I be honest? I don't think they even knew who he was. Like, let's be honest. You know what made them excited? I'm gonna tell you what made them excited about Billy Napier. And there's no shot to Billy Napier, I'm gonna be honest. But a lot of times when coaches come up like through the ranks like that, most fans, unless you just a diehard, I never heard of Billy Napier. Unless you just a diehard college, like just, you all into this. When they Googled him and they looked on his Wikipedia page and they saw that he coached at Alabama, they was like, yeah, we got the best, yeah. But they didn't know who he was. It's just like this. No different than Washington when they got doggone Kalen DeBoer. They didn't know who that dude was. They had no clue. And then when they looked up his Wikipedia page, yeah, he'd be winning championships at other level. Yeah.
But yeah, it reminded me of the Porzingis thing, man. Like Porzingis, 7-foot shooter, but they just didn't know who he was, man. The New York and the Knicks fans booed the hell out of him on draft night, dog.
Yeah.
And yeah, he that dude though. Like he but it's fans, man. We should start, dog. I would love to start putting together those videos of how they act. That they Twitter would tell it all. Twitter would tell it all.
Twitter's telling you, boy. But yeah, no, for real. Like that's so crazy. That's so interesting, man, that you brought that up and you said that. Because, when you look at this, everybody get fired up. But most people didn't know who Billy Napier was. They didn't. Most people couldn't tell you he was on that staff. Most people, unless you're an Alabama fan, they don't know the coaches. Like how we know, like, for example, we know the coaches on the Miami Hurricane staff because we follow the Canes, right? I can't tell you outside of, shout out to Larry Williams, the 6-year-old defensive coordinator they got.
So what are you talking about?
Corey Raymond.
Creeper.
I'm just saying, other than that, I don't know who the D-line coach is. I don't know who the O-line coach is. So when these guys, yeah, we're going to run multiple fronts. We're not focusing on the front and the back. We
don't work around like Creeper.
Yeah, so listen, we don't have a tool. We don't have a tool bag. We have a tool shed. Nah, I'm just teasing. But anyway, yeah, that's what it is, man. And speaking of Florida, since Kiko Maui Noah introduced himself to Graham Mertz, he's supposed to be out. He's supposed to be out with a concussion, and it's said On3 has reported that DJ Lagway will be the starter, and the fan base is excited.
Oh wow!
The fan base is going nuts.
Oh wow! He out with a concussion?
Yeah, remember he was out, but it's funny how he played the rest of the game until until it got out of hand.
Put his hands on that boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I asked Kinko a question today. I'm gonna find it. I'll let you know when I find it.
All right, real quick question to you. Quick question. Hold up, we got one more, and then I'll go back to the quick question. Mike Norvell drops 2 stank ones. He dropped a deuce. You like what I did there? He lost 2. He dropped the deuce to Georgia Tech, drops a deuce to Boston College, probably two programs who historically are not a fearful program. I think that's fair to say in the ACC, right? Not a North Carolina, not a North Carolina State, not a Clemson, not a Miami, not even a Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
I think Boston College, Georgia Tech, not saying they haven't got better, but we're talking historically here, it's not a team like you like, oh, God, they going to beat us? And he drops two of them. One of them across the pond, one of them here in his own stadium. They play Memphis coming up. A lot of people talking about they're going to lose to Memphis. I'm going to stand on this right now as I stood on the Boston College one, and I look like a LV, God dog it. 5 minutes. Hi, my name's Mike Norvell. Spell it with 2 L's. LV, you got 5 minutes. Get out of here. Fuera aquí, LV. Hi, my name's Mike Norvell. Spell that with 2 L's. But anyway, as I look at it, Mike Norvell, he drops that. I'm going to stand on this and say they beat Memphis. I don't know if I can say convincingly, but I will say this. If that game is within 10 points, he's probably done. That's a lie. I'm lying. He'll make it throughout the season. He got 1 year blunder. But he gonna have he gonna have to fire some people though.
Why you backtrack like that? Why you backtrack?
Because my hate wanted me to say he's done, but my coach side popped on and corrected me right quick. My hate, the rivalry hate made me speak a little crazy. And so the coach and Paul was like, tighten up, man. And so, yeah.
Yeah, it just read him up, man. It's funny how fast they did that, too. They did that when they thought, when the Alabama job came open, a couple coaches got read up with the threat of them leaving. And it was like, man, what does Norvell did to be able to get the Alabama job? Like, how the fuck? But they read him up.
He went 13-0. I mean, he went 13. Bro, he went 13-0. I mean, think about it. We've seen coaches get read up that game, win 8-9 games.
Ooh, that boy dodged that. Boy, they dodged that bullet then.
Yeah.
Kiko Maui.
Same story last week.
Hey, hold up. Y'all heard that? Oh, y'all can hear that? I ain't think y'all can hear that. Okay.
That boy got slick.
Get out of with the dub and move on to an next opponent. But our main focus for this week is them and just getting the win. So, yeah.
We'll wrap up for Kiko with Daryl Streeter of Footballville. Daryl?
Daryl Streeter, that's me. Daryl Streeter, Footballville. That's me.
Shout out to D Street.
Kiko, how you doing?
Good, you?
So, all right. Florida quarterback Grammer said he didn't know who you were previously before that game. Did you get a chance to say anything to him or introduce yourself?
Yeah, I kind of introduced myself in the most polite way. So I hope he knew my name after the game, but I think he does now. Hoping the best for him, best of luck for him. So
all right, thanks.
I can't remember half.
Street, you try to stir the pot with that question. Street, you try to stir the pot with that question, Street.
God dog, man, Mertz had way too much to say, fool, with his dinky dunking little ass. Little dinky donkey had way too much to say, bro, before that game. Little dinky donkey.
That boy was over there like this. Who's the president? Gerald Ford? That boy was out there dizzy.
Kill 4 people. What did he say?
What's that in Tennessee? Don't ever play with matches.
Oh, I never play with matches. Yeah. Don't ever play with matches.
Don't ever play with matches.
My dog, damn Zuda, dog. Dang.
Yeah.
Don't ever play with matches.
Shout out to Kiko on that play, man. Great play, man. He played great.
He
But
put a little on that hit too, boy. He put a little get in the ground. Merce at the hospital. Merce not in the hospital, is he?
don't ever play with matches.
That boy got knocked out of the game. That boy got knocked out of the game. Ain't gonna be talking to. First, he said, "Why should he be worried about a 5-win team?"
Oof.
Then he came out and said, "He know who Kinko was." How you know who the middle linebacker is? This is 5 days before the game.
Well, you know, all Kiko say, he went night. He went night.
Don't ever play with matches. Nah, shout out to him, man. I hope he's doing all right, man. I hope he get healthy, bro.
Yeah.
Don't ever want to see the kids get hurt. They just kids. We just messing around.
Yeah, we just messing around with them. But let me ask you this, Street. After we name those right there, I need two things from you, and I'll do the same. Out of that list that we saw, who do you think would be the first to go? Sam Pittman, Billy Napier, Dave Aranda, Kalani Sataki. Who was the other guy? Doggone it, I got it right here. Tighten it, baby.
I think Billy Napier. I think
and adding one special one, Mike Norvell.
You know, Mario was on some of these people's list too. Remember?
Of course he was.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, and you know what they get? They get the big one. Hey, they tried us, man. They tried with 2.5, and they tried mother.
Yeah, he on the list right here. But I think Billy Napier is finna get the most heat, though. I think what happened on national TV in a weird way, and then to add salt to insult, or cherry to insult injury, whatever the saying is. My video goes viral with the staff acting crazy about the recruits out of desperation, and I just think that thing has turned. ESPN picked it up, and I just think it's turned into something a lot bigger. So I think he's getting them. I think he has the most heat.
I'm a differ. I'm think Mike Norvell has the most heat now, and the reason I say that, because of strength of schedule, only because of strength of schedule. I think Billy Napier's fate, in my opinion, may be written. I don't know, but Mike Norvell, I think, is the more surprising with these two big losses, and the inconsistent play of DJU. You like what I said? The inconsistent play of DJU is scary going forward. It's scary because I don't even know if they have a viable backup quarterback that if they even had to bench him. I know they got Trevor Jackson from here. He was the young man from Orlando Jones who committed to Ole Miss, decommitted, and then walked on to Florida State. But I'm trying to think who else they have. Let me see if I can pull up their depth chart right quick. Behind them at quarterback, you got DJU, Brock Glenn, Luke Cromenhoek.
Who?
Luke Cromenhoek.
Oh.
So, and Trevor Jackson not even on his depth chart, the 3 deep depth chart. So, like I say, I think if Florida State, who they got a bye week, I believe this week. I believe Florida State has a bye week this week. So when I look at Florida State, Florida State has Memphis, Cal. Hold up, man. What in the world? No, they have a bye week this week. I'm correct. Then they come back and play Memphis, Cal, SMU, Clemson, Duke, Miami, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Charleston Southern, and then Florida. 2 losses already, a win to Cal, a win to Memphis, maybe a loss to SMU, a loss to Clemson. If Duke beat them, oh my God, Miami going to smack them. North Carolina going to smack them. That's 7 right there. They beat Charles Southern, and I think Florida beat them because they can't stop the run. Florida State can't stop the run.
You think Florida beat them?
I think Florida beats them. Florida's not a bad team. Florida's not a bad team. I think if they ran the ball more, they look different. I just think we jumped out on them so bad they try to play catch up. But if they go in there, I don't think Florida's a bad team. As long as they can keep a little bit of health going with that tough schedule they have, I think based on the way Florida State looks today, trying to stop the run, bro.
Darn.
Florida got them. Florida got them. Florida got them.
Well, Florida beat Florida. In the chat, man. Yeah, would y'all, yes or no? Y'all think Florida, from what we've seen, you think Florida will beat Florida State? How many points Florida put up on us this weekend? 10?
17, but a late 7 at the end with but we got to get late 7.
I tell you this about DJ Lagway. We were shooting the game, and I was sitting in the media room as he came in the game, and I'm watching the television, right? Because we have goals and certain players we focus on during the game. Like I'm watching Lagway play, and I'm like, oh man, I had to hit my boy up I had to hit my camera guy up, like, hey man, listen, we gotta get video of Lagway.
Right.
Yeah, he's talented.
He is. He looks exciting. He got fresh legs. He made some great moves there in the open field. Didn't seem to be rattled. He can play. He can play, but he's young, so he's gonna make some mistakes, and that's okay as a youngster. But I don't know if it's enough. Like I said, think about it. They already talking about Memphis, and they on the bye week. That's crazy. Now think about what I'm just saying. They're not playing in 3 days. They play on the 14th. And they already saying that DJ Lagway should be the starter. They don't know the concussion. I mean, concussion protocol is only 10 days. So that means he'd be September. Well, hell, we played a couple days ago already. So he should have been out of concussion protocol for the most part. And in college, they be cutting that down real quick. But that might be what they wanted. The dude got the little nick injury, and you never get your job back. You know how that go.
Yeah, and it's an excuse too. It gives a little excitement, and it's an excuse for people to come to the game, and it's an excuse for Billy Napier. It erases like kind of what happened this weekend.
It shows the upside. Yeah, it definitely shows the upside.
Better way to put it, right?
And I think the fan base, when I was in the stadium and 2 came in the game, I didn't see them. I heard them come in the game because the fans got loud. I heard them come in the game. When he came in, the fans erupted, and I'm looking for I thought I missed a play. And I'm not looking for him. So I'm like, what the hell going on? And the dude sitting behind me like, Lagway in. And it's the new toy. You know what I mean? So it'd be super interesting to find out, man.
Could you imagine being Graham Mertz? Graham Mertz, right? They got the smelly sauce to your face. You sitting up there. It was about 30, 40 of them. They bushwhacked me. And you hear the crowd screaming because your damn freshman coming in who you probably showed where the cafeteria was at. Like, dog, this world is not forgiving, dog. You got to have tough skin to be in this thing, bro.
Yeah. He said we played on the 31st. 10 days is the 9th. Yeah, but they don't play until the 14th of September. Crib said we played 31st. 10 days is the 9th. He can't play. You got to remember, they have a bye week this week, and they play Saturday, September 14th against Memphis. So, who they play the 7th? Bro, they don't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at Florida State. I apologize. You're 100% correct. Thank you, Crib. Thank you. I'm looking at Florida State schedule. I'm sorry. You're 100% correct. Okay. Scratch everything I said. Coach Hayes is an expert that knows absolutely nothing, but I know everything. Shout out to the Crib 305. Thank you for holding me accountable, man. Appreciate you. I'm looking at Florida State, doggone, and talking about playing Memphis. Y'all knew I was off my rocker.
That boy in the comment section with the checks and balances on you, boy.
Hey, I'm on the hot seat.
With the checks and balances, doing L&V job.
Yeah, I'm all jacked up. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what? You know why y'all gotta forgive me? Because all trash look the same to me. So when you see something in a garbage can, you don't really like, oh, that's not that's good trash, that's bad. It's just trash. So when I was looking up here, I was looking at these trash teams, they all look the same. I apologize, y'all. I appreciate it.
Great comeback, dog.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Greer, for straightening me, but you know.
Great comeback, dog. Great comeback.
I appreciate it. Garbage is garbage, dog. You know what I'm saying? Garbage is garbage. Garbage is garbage. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, Florida should demolish Samford. You know. Oh, what Insane DW, man. Insane DW, if you're watching, my brother. If you're watching, just for you. I had a Florida person, and we put a small wager. And I did this for you, man. A bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. Blue. And me and you gonna share it at the Florida State game, my man. Me and you, Insane DW, we're gonna share a little bit of the Johnny Walker Blue, Insane, because I know you like to walk with Johnny all the time. But hopefully you're in the chat. Anyway. Yeah.
Johnny Walker.
Here's my second question. Is there a surprising person that's not on that list? Do you know if you can think of a person that you think won't make it? There you go, Insane. Is there a person on the list that we haven't talked about that you like, Coach, I don't think he's gonna make it?
A person that's on the list?
That's not on the list. But you think like, yeah, they ain't gonna make it, Coach. They ain't gonna make it.
Someone that's not on the list.
It's not on the list.
Let me see. Maybe Tony Elliott at Virginia?
Ooh, good call, Coach. Good call, Coach. Anybody in the chat? Put somebody else up in the chat.
The Cavaliers 3-7. They went 3-7 what in 2020? The Cavaliers went 3-7, canceled his first season and stumbled to a 3-9 campaign in 2023.
Ooh, good call, Coach.
Yeah. Tony Elliott, man, he's been 6-16 since he's been there.
That's tough work right there.
He in trouble. You ever met Tony before? You know him?
I've not met Tony Elliott, no. I got one. But I think he should be all right. Because we didn't bring him up. But when we were talking about like Sam Pittman, that situation, yeah. I think Ryan Day is in that same situation with Chip Kelly.
Wow.
No, I'm saying I think he's in that same situation. Like, if he doesn't beat Michigan, which I clearly think he should, he's out of there. And I think they don't fire him. I think they let him part ways and let him go get an NFL job. Don't put the fire on his record. Go find a job in the NFL, please, sir. You got 21 days to find a job. If not, we're gonna fire you. And then Chip Kelly's right there. I think that's why he was set. I think why he was there, maybe to motivate him. I don't know.
Yeah. Somebody say James Franklin.
I don't know. I think he'd be all right, man. I think James Franklin's gonna be all right. I think he'll be okay. Here's the name I was looking at right here. The name I was looking at is out of Cincinnati. I was looking at Scott Satterfield. And remember, Scott Satterfield was he at Louisville, if I'm not mistaken, I believe, right? He's got a tough one too, man. Now, here's what's funny. He's at Cincinnati. They won their first game against Townsend.
Uh-huh.
But they only won it 38-20, dog. That's not big. 38-20. Then they come and play Pittsburgh, Miami, Ohio, Houston, Texas Tech, UCF, Arizona State, Colorado, West Virginia, Iowa State, Kansas State, and TCU. And last year, his record, I want people to understand why this is big. His record was 3-9. But when Luke Fickell was there, so people talk about, Cincinnati. Well, Luke Fickell was 4-8, went 11-2, 11-3, 9-1, 13-1, 9-3, got the job at Wisconsin. Scott Satterfield comes in and goes 3-9, and now he's 1-0. So I think Cincinnati on the hot seat, bro.
Yeah, that name has been coming up on the list. I got an interesting one for you. You and the chat, because we can relate to this one. Pat Narduzzi, very interesting situation, because Pat Narduzzi, basically assistant from Michigan State. Narduzzi squad was somewhere between 5-7 and 8-5 from 2015 to 2020. Before breaking out with Kenny Pickett, we all faced that team. In 2021, he went 11-3, 7-1 in the ACC. They have since gone 9-4 with the win in the Sun Bowl and a dreadful 3-9 in 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Narduzzi has been relatively. Here we go now. He's been combative concerning NIL and the transfer portal.
There you go. That took words out my mouth.
Right. When I think about Pitt, I think about a program that was in the middle of the road. They were doing decent. But with him being combative about the NIL and transfer portal, not wanting to change and putting a 3-9 season on top of that, that fuse may have gotten really short, bro.
Yeah. See, I think the problem with coaches who are holding steadfast like that, unlike a Dabo Swinney who does have natties under his belt, natty under his belt, done well. He's got a little bit more leeway. But you can't be a guy that's going against the grain and you ain't winning stuff.
Right.
And I just pulled up his transfer portal. They lost 20. He brought in 14. So I think he jumped on the road. I think he jumped on it man, I ain't finna die on this hill. I'm not down on this hill, dog. Let me go ahead. I don't know how the NIL works for Pittsburgh. But I think he let me go, because he got Chief Borders, who was a Florida. I think he committed to Florida, went there, then transferred to Nebraska. Now he's at Pitt. His name is Chief Borders. So they got a couple of players that came from Power 5 program. I don't know what that means for them. But then, like I said, let me go look at the 23 class, and that's where the problem lies. He only brought in 7 guys in the 23. And he lost 13, right? And if you go look at the 22, he only brought in 6 and he lost 17. Right. So he tried to get on that hill. And I think he realized, we can't survive this, bro. We Pittsburgh. We don't have the cachet to go in there and okay, let's lose 17 players and only bring 6 in. And then the following year, that's 22. Hell, let's go to 21. Let's see what it really looked like. He only brought 5 in 21. So you go to 22, he brings in 6. 23, he brings in 7. And then at 24, he brought in 14. So I think he jumped off that hill and said, can I get a little bit of extra money in the budget for a transfer department? And so that's what I think he is.
Because, if it's your future, right? If coaching, your next job is not going to change, you eventually going to have to get on board.
You'll have to.
Yeah.
Because remember now, Pat Narduzzi was big on Deion Sanders about this. Pat Narduzzi was big when they had all those transfers. Remember, he came out, I did a whole show about it. he was criticizing him, talking about you ruining kids' dreams and opportunities and this, that, and the third. But I always questioned Pat Narduzzi. I said, well, Pat Narduzzi, if you love those kids so much, why you ain't offer them a scholarship to your school?
Right.
When he came in, when Prime came in and gutted the program, oh, you're ruining kids' opportunities, dreams, hopes, and all this good stuff. Cool. Well, go be a savior. Be a safety net, Pat. Won't you offer? He didn't offer one of those kids a scholarship.
Right.
So Dion went and got two of theirs. He went and got two of theirs.
That's your boy, man.
Hey, Prime went and got two of theirs, dog. Prime went and got two of theirs, dog. So he like, yeah, I got you. He went and got Samuel Okalola, which is Pancake's brother, and he went and got nephew from me, Dayon Hayes. I'm a nephew, 6'3", 265 edge rusher. So that's funny.
You said
That's
it's your
funny.
nephew.
I just call him that. He got the same last name. Yeah. What's up, nephew? Shout out to the nephew. But yeah, bro. Yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. No, go ahead. Who do you think will be your surprise team this year?
Georgia Tech.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, I think Georgia Tech. I think they hard-nosed team. They play physical. I think the quarterback is a lot better than people giving them credit for.
Hayes King.
Yeah, and they coach obviously can scheme up some right on offense to produce points. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That talent they got at wide receiver, undersized guys, man. But all those guys are dudes, bro. Like they always those guys coming out of high school, 4-star guys that just 3-star, 4-star guys who just the height thing, the size thing kept people from giving them their due. But man, you got Leary, Rutherford, and you got another 5'5" running back. What the kid name is?
Jamal Haynes.
Yeah, I think Georgia Tech. Yeah, and I blame us for not taking the knee because ever since then, them boys been fighting.
Yeah, we letting them power up, dog. We ain't
gonna need no knee this year. We ain't gonna need no knee this year.
We're gonna need a surgeon.
Set Atlanta on fire.
We're gonna need a surgeon. You know why we need a surgeon?
Atlanta on fire.
You know why we need a surgeon, Street?
What?
Because Mario gonna have to get his foot surgically removed out of Brent Key behind. That's why we need a surgeon.
Oh no, boy, the Cam Ward show coming.
Man, it's like I say, it's awesome. Man, I saw a great graphic. Did you see the graphic? I actually retweeted it, but I didn't realize the dude did. I'm gonna put this up here talking about this is pretty cool. Let me see if I can find it right quick. Here we go. It's funny. It's funny as all get out. Bro, check this out. Hurricane Cam blew through that ish. The stadium all jacked up.
Hurricane Kane.
Hurricane Cam blew through that ish. Look at the stadium all jacked up, man. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Hurricane.
I put in there, Hurricane Mario came through and tore up the worst stadium in the country. Go Canes. Hashtag. Go Chase football. So, yeah. It's all good. But, yeah, that's all I'm looking at. Any other names in the chat that y'all may see, that y'all may think that may not make it? I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm going to give it to the brother, man. Shout out to Fran Brown over there at Syracuse. Got Kyle McCord. Got Kyle McCord at quarterback over there at Syracuse. It may make some noise in the ACC.
He told who Kyle McCord transferred from?
The Ohio State Garbage University.
You saw he said, told the coach, thank you.
Ooh.
Syracuse head coach, in the press conference, he was like, man, I would like to thank Ohio State or something. He said something of that nature.
Yeah.
for
He needed a
for
quarterback,
giving us
no.
comical, huh?
Yeah, they needed a quarterback. And that's how you start off. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, he may not be the ultimate answer, but he definitely not a bad pickup to start your program off when you're just getting it. I mean, definitely not. You know what I mean? Definitely not a bad answer. It may not be the answer, but it's not a bad solution until you can make it happen. Definitely not a bad answer.
Oh boy. You say I got my Gucci hat on, man. I'm gonna tell a story about my Gucci. Tell a story about my Gucci hat, though. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, look real close, man. Look real close, dog. My Gucci.
There ain't no Gucci hat, is it?
Wrong camera, dog. Boy, with the Gucci hat on, man. Let's see how much a Gucci hat costs. Let's see.
He got Gucci hat on.
$500. Oh, Gucci hat, right? You know what I'm saying? Gucci hat, right? My lady went to New York a couple years ago, Hayes, right?
All right.
And she was like, man, you want me to bring you something back? I was like, yeah, go to Chinatown and bring me back something fake. I want to see how real it look.
Bring me back some fake because I want to see how real it looks. All right.
She said they went in the store, right? And the people were showing them stuff and this, that. And then the dude was like, man, you want to see the real Like, you know what I'm saying? Take you to the real. And took him in the back to another part of the store where he had all the fake shit that looked real, like the real, but it was fake.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, man, bring me back some. I want to see how real this stuff is. They be talking about New York. How it looks so real in Chinatown. That's where all the fake stuff come from.
Okay.
So yeah, I just want to tell you, I mean, I had a fake Gucci hat on, and I want to tell a story about where my fake Gucci hat came from. That's all. I don't know.
Did it come with some Chinese food at least?
I mean, chicken fried rice. Did you get you some Chinese food the other night? Because I did.
What? You know I did. What? I went in that thing.
Chicken with the egg from young and the soup and the egg. Boy, I went and got me some, boy.
And I paid with yen. I ain't even pay with dollars. I paid with yen. You understand me? But no, man, that's pretty good, man. Let's go ahead and get ready to crank this thing off here because I got to be on the 8:30, man. We got not a new episode, but we consolidating the shows together. So we're gonna do a pretty long one tonight, but we're gonna put all three of them together, man. Miami, Colorado, UCF, all combined into one and knock it out, man. Because during the season it gets so hectic with so much going on, and it get tough, man. So we got to try a new format here so we can maximize our time and effort for the people. Trust me, man, y'all don't understand how much work you go into, putting these shows on, editing videos. I'm still trying to edit right now while we got this up here. I was working to the last minute. I was trying to edit the UCF Good, Bad, and Ugly. Like, you know what I mean?
Ain't no shortcuts around editing either, dog. Like
none. No, even that AI, that Opus clips, bro, it messed it up so bad. You spend more time trying to fix it if you just do it yourself. It ain't
no shortcuts around it, dog. Ain't no. Yeah. That's why you got to get you a dude or get you a guy. Ain't no shortcuts, bro.
Hey, that's what I say. And the more to the story is, what's the more to the Gucci hat story?
Yeah, I just think it's interesting. You know what I'm saying? People don't usually talk about stuff like that. I just wanted to tell y'all like how I come to be wearing the Gucci hat because I'm never like that's not me. I'm not the brand guy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not really that guy. I think it all comes from the same sweatshop in Pakistan. Gucci, the fake stuff, the real stuff. Think it come from I think it all come from the same place. You see what's the name? They're getting called out. These companies keep getting called out at court, right?
Mm-hmm.
With these 500% markups, man, it's crazy, man.
Listen, you saw remember back in the day the Louis Vuitton when your Louis was upside down and the LV was between a stitch. That's how you knew it was fake. Bro, you don't think them people know that? All they gotta do is move the material over and it's real. Like, I don't know, bro.
I think it all comes from the same place. Yeah, I think the real stuff I think it all comes from the same.
I'm gonna tell you a story about weave, man. About weave. Hair weave. I'll tell you afterwards because it's fun. I think it's funny, but I don't know if I tell it on here.
Yeah, dog. I mean, everything is about branding. It's about how something makes you feel.
Right.
Like somehow iPhone tricked everybody into believing that they were a better phone than Android, and it never was. Like, it's all about how the company makes you feel about buying their product.
That's it. Shout out to our member Angel in the building. During the holiday, he was on his jet ski. His iPhone falls into the lake. Guess what? Shout out to Coach Hayes. 2 of these for $200, and y'all don't even know what kind of phone it is. You would have never known if I ain't tell you. And guess what? 4 years later, it's still working. And I got 2 of them. So if something happened to this one, I grabbed the other one. So, and guess what? I stream live on these when I go, like when I was at the game. I stream live on my phone, just like an iPhone. It got 3 cameras like an iPhone. So you're right. People paying $100,000.
No, the iPhone. Listen, real talk. The iPhone technology has always been behind, but it's the brand and it's the marketing and it's how they make you feel to the point where the kids will look at you and be like, "Man, you got an iPhone? I ain't texting you."
Oh yeah, you don't have FaceTime? I'm going to spend $1,000 just so I can FaceTime you. When I could do it on Facebook. Hell, you just taught me I could do it on Instagram. I can do it on anything else. So what's the difference? Bro, I'm not going to get into $1,000.
They Kaiser Sose does, but it's all branding and how things make you feel. Yeah. I'll never understand the $400 belt. And then you got to wear a shirt that you can tuck it in so people can see that your belt comes from out. I never understood that. Even as a kid, I mean, I never understood it. A lot of it didn't make sense to me.
I'm with you, dog. I'm with you. Listen, I'm with you when you're right. And I always tell people, there's nothing wrong with having nice stuff. But some stuff, like a phone, here's the funny thing. I remember when iPhones came out and I was working, the coach was like, yeah, coach, in the case, in the glass, I never put a phone screen protector, nothing on my phone. He says, yeah, coach, this made out of helicopter glass, right? So in my mind, I'm like, damn, they got helicopter glass on the phone? Like, that's some real glass, right? You can't fly a helicopter with a regular windshield. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, he dropped that phone, guess what? I like, bro, they must have made that out of a toy helicopter glass. Ain't no real helicopter glass. You drop the phone and the glass break like that. So,
right.
Like I said, they sell you anything, and at the end of the day, they come out with another one in another year. Now, what I will say about phones, on the very honest truth, if you are a phone, I'm just say geek or nerd, and you understand how to use all of the features of a phone, then by all means, I get it. I totally understand it, right? I totally understand. But you have to be able to use all of the features and understand how to use them to maximize the amount of money you're paying. But if you're a person who go on Instagram, go on Facebook, go on Twitter, search stuff on Google, watch movies on your phone, talk on the phone and text, and take pictures of your food, bruh. No, sir. Bruh. Shout out to LOL for the $10 305. He said, what's a purchase you guys spent big money on that you regret? Ooh.
A purchase that
That's a good one, LOL.
I spent big money on that I regret. Ooh.
That's a good call, coach.
Anything material?
Anything.
I don't think none of it. Anything material. I think it. I always compare it to when you was a kid in the store, right? Crying, Mom, give me the new G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Come on, Mom, man. And you want the toy, right? And you get in there, she get it for you in the car, you playing with it. 2 days later,
By February, you ain't even playing with no more after Christmas. That's on the toy box.
So
And regardless how
the
much
same
you pay,
the same thing goes with bigger toys for adults. It's the same thing.
I'll say this. I don't know if I regret it. I don't think I maximized it though. I don't think I maximized the use of a drone. I got a drone, and I don't think I maximized it enough. I think because I'm in the city and so forth. And again, when I bought it, I wasn't in YouTube. I wasn't in the YouTube world. I was coaching, and so I use it when I go hunting. That's the only time I pull it out when I go hunting. I gotta actually plug it up and do everything a week before, just so all the updates catch up, because it'd be so outdated.
Have you
by
ever
the time I use it.
have you ever flew it?
I fly it all the time when I go, but I haven't maximized. Like I didn't use it enough like I should have. Because it's just what it was. So, you in the city, the power lines of this, and then you got to go out there, whatever. But now when I go hunting, I use it. Like I'll go out there and look over the land, and be way up there and looking around and all that stuff. But other than that, it take camera, it got pictures, videos, and all of that kind of stuff. I don't think I maximized and I didn't pay much. It was only $500.
Oh,
went crazy.
I when I was getting out the military, gave my mom my car and brought a motorcycle from a guy who was going through marriage problems.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't spend a bunch for it. I gave him some punch speakers and I think a couple $100. But I had a 700 Katana motorcycle. And I was going to learn how to ride it because I had gave my mom my car. And man, I let it just sit on the side. I rode it twice, Hayes, and to be honest with you, man, it felt like unsafe.
Yeah, it felt like death, dog.
It felt unsafe, bro. And I don't think I ever got out of second gear. And I just let it sit on the side of the house and rotting, bro.
Bro, I got a homeboy. I mean, death is bad. Don't get me wrong. But I done seen enough pink backs in my life. I've never been on a motorcycle, bro, in my life.
Pink backs.
I done seen more pink backs. When them dudes get off, they be sliding, they back be pink, they be laid out across the bed, man, for weeks trying to make that thing. No, I'm good, bro.
It felt unsafe, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It felt unsafe. It felt like if you want to do this every day to get around, then you got an adrenaline problem.
It's like Russian roulette.
Huh? Yeah.
It's like Russian roulette, dog. Like, even as much as we drive, we in a car. We've all had an accident. Unfortunately, on a motorcycle, most times you have an accident, God forbid you pass away, but you're probably going to be hurt in some form of fashion. Like a little fender bender. Not even like, you know what I mean? Like a little boop. You'll be all right. But yeah, I don't know, man. But talk to her. I gotta get out of here, man. I got 8 minutes, man.
You gotta get out of here, dog. You got on see how?
Yeah, I don't see how the hell I'm still on here. Hold up.
Talking about the most other thing he has a.
Huh?
You still on here talking about?
LOL, what's yours? If you don't mind sharing. If you don't mind sharing, LOL. All right. I don't see how is brought to you by the Coach Me Coach podcast with Coach Hayes. That's what we've always had it, but we're going to consolidate all those shows into the Coach Me Coach podcast coming on here at 8:30 on Wednesdays. He said his ex-wife. Shout out to Rocky Rant. Billy Napier going as Mike Norvell for Halloween. That's terrible. But it's brought to you by the Coach Me Coach podcast. And one thing I'll say about my coach, I'll say about Coach Cristobal, he feeling himself might be just a little too much, dog. He taking this Mario Cristobal thing, just maybe a tad bit too far. Hey, it's me. It's Mario. Look at my dog out here slow grinding with him. Look at this. Check my dog out. Right. Right. He's slow rolling, man. I can't really play the music like I want to because they be banning us, but check it out. That boy, look at it. He's slow winding on the car.
Oh, man. Down into my bed.
I don't know how this shit got me. What is happening, dog? Coach Cristobal out there on Coach Cristobal and Calle Ocho loose right now, man. That boy loose right now. Bro, I saw this. I thought it was the funniest thing ever, man. I know it's Luigi. I'm sorry, y'all, but I just had to go with it. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Coach Cristobal got a brother too, so his brother out there acting crazy because his other brother out there kicking butt in the stadiums. So Coach Cristobal brother out there out of control. Matter of fact, his brother named Lou Cristobal, ain't it? Luigi, Lou, Mario, and Lou. That's crazy. I just thought about this. Mario Cristobal, and I think his brother name is Lou Cristobal. Luigi and Mario. That's crazy, dog.
That couldn't have been on purpose. Mario wasn't out yet, was it? Oh, it was out. It was, wasn't it?
No, not when he was born. Not when they were born.
Not when they were born. You're right. When we were kids.
Yeah.
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Mario Cristobal and Lou, which might stand for Luigi Cristobal. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I think he got a brother named Lou, if I'm not mistaken.
That's funny, dog. All right, let me get you out of here, dog. My own see how it's brought to you by Caneville Apparel, dog. Listen, boy, we got it going. We got the recruiting shorts and the villain shorts. Y'all gonna check them out, man. All you gotta do is scan the QR code, dog. The pre-order yours. Get this thing popping. We'll have them. They should be getting shipped out in maybe 2 weeks. So, but we got the pre-orders going, man, to get this thing popping. All you gotta do is scan the QR code for the old people who don't know how to do it. We'll put the link in the description. But yeah, man, we got our recruiting shorts and our villain shorts. We got t-shirts to go with them, man. So my own see how it's brought to you by our apparel, bro. We're getting this thing popping like Coach Hayes. Now look, I don't see how. I just don't see how she getting around this farm every day. It look like it hurt. Is this real?
We called each one by their names and they listed I'm part of their family. I managed to get all the cows in by myself. Here I am explaining today's task to the workers. The cows are very happy because they need to be milked daily. It actually hurts them if it's not done. These are the tanks where the milk goes. We collect over 1,000 liters of milk every day. This is me pouring some milk because I want to do a quality check. Remember, I was to clean after. The milk was so fresh, a 10 out of 10. I love it. After that, we had to load the hay to feed the cows. As you can see,
what in the F is going on?
I was pretty exhausted. My respect to all and that was a day at the farm. I spent the day with me on the farm. After driving the tractor for a few hours, it was time to round up the cows and bring them into the corral for milking. I called each one by their names and they listened to me. They know I'm part of their family. I managed to get all the cows in by myself. Here I am explaining.
It's like two people. It's like two different people.
I know. Like, what are we looking at here? LNV, y'all women, get in here. LNV, all y'all get in here. What are we looking at here?
I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like from right here,
today's task to very happy because they need to be milked daily. It actually hurts them if it's not done. These are the tanks where the milk goes. We collect over 1,000 liters of milk every day. This is me pouring some milk because I want to do a quality check. Remember, I was to clean after. The milk was so fresh, a 10 out of 10. I love it. After that, we had to load the hay to feed the cows. As you can see, I was pretty exhausted. My respect to all the farm workers. And that was a day at the farm.
I'm so lost, bro.
Look like she was a big girl and got a tummy tuck, right?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, and haven't got the rest tucked yet.
Okay. I don't know what's happening, bro. She like two different people. Like if I cover up right there, she's like, oh, okay.
But you could tell by how big her boobies are that she was a heavy girl. She got her tummy tucked. She's over there in Venezuela somewhere where they'll just cut anybody up. They cut you up. They don't care. So she got her stomach taken away, but she still.
She ain't have enough for the legs. She ain't have enough to get her legs fixed.
I think, well, if you take the stomach away, now you just look like a skinny girl with a big booty.
Oh, okay.
Diabolical, dog. Diabolical.
Yeah.
The
I tell you, boy,
the thought process on some of these women, dog. Diabolical.
you got that on Twitter? You got it on Twitter?
Yeah.
The Devil's Workshop, dog. I'm telling you, the Devil's Workshop, bro. But anyway, man, let me get out of here. I got literally 1 minute, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Coach Hayes' mama the one started that. 1976. First person to get a tummy tuck from Northwestern Senior High School, Miss Hayes.
Damn! Mom, why you told Street of your secrets? That's messed up. That's terrible. I'm gonna let you live on that one, man. In fact, shout out to Footballville Mama. She in the back of that police car down there with the lights blinking. She's selling fake. Hey, she's selling fake Gucci hats. She's selling fake Gucci hats. We out of here. Peace.